Hey guys, I'm Ponti and welcome to my channel. Today I am testing out the Peripera Blur Pang Banana Milk Blur. Now it's supposed to be like a makeup primer. So it comes in this cute makeup carton and in this tube. I'll first apply it to one side of my face, and I've already toned and moisturized my skin. Now it blends quite easily, as you can see. Definitely feels like I'm putting on a light sunblock or sunscreen. And yeah, it really brightened up my complexion right away. Now, I do feel that you do need to have moisturized skin, otherwise it can, I think the texture, once it dries, it can accentuate like dry skin patches. So you really need to moisturize and just really apply light layers and don't really cake it on. Yeah. Now this has a a faint smell of sweet bananas, but nothing overpowering or irritating. And yeah, now apply it in the rest of my face and see how it goes. Definitely apply this in light layers and really work it into the skin and make sure you're really moisturized. Really looks like I'm just wearing a sunblock with a high SPF. You know how it has that white cast on the skin, so it looks like that, and it dries fairly matte. Now let's apply makeup. I'm using the This Works Energy Bank Sun Flash just to give my face more definition and shading. I like to use this underneath mineral powder to give me that natural contour effect. So I'm using this to contour my nose and to just thinify, is that a word? To thinify my face. I'm just applying it on the outer perimeters of my face to give me a bit of shading. Next up, we are using the Bare Minerals Mineral Powder Foundation in Golden Medium. I think since I have this white base, this will just help warm it up a bit and really blend into my skin. Let's see how it goes. I just use a kabuki brush and really blend it into the skin. I got this brush from Sephora. Now I'm being a bit extra. I'm using the Tarte and Medium Tan Sand, which is even darker, and just using it on areas where I want to contour where I would normally contour and just shade my face. So the sides of my nose and around my face, just to further give myself some shading. Next, I'll be mixing two concealers because I have the right shade. The Tarte Shape Tape in Honey Light Medium and Light Medium Honey, and the NARS Concealer in Ginger. And again, I'm using the Smashbox highlight stick just to lift depressed areas of my face, like my frown lines, underneath my eyes, since I didn't really use concealer. I mainly concentrated the concealer around my nose and my lip area, so I'm using the highlight stick to just give more light to my face and just lift those depressed areas and my nasolabial lines and marionette lines. Now I'm using the Shigao Cream Blush, which is more like a souffle blush. I got this in Japan. A little bit goes a long way. It's quite pigmented, but it's also easy to blend and sheer out, so it's quite foolproof. I like to apply it across my cheeks, like underneath my eyes, across my nose. That's where I like to put my blush. That's where it's most flattering, in my opinion. That's how I like to look. So anyways, using the Charlotte Tilbury Beach Sticks in Ibiza, just refine the tip of my nose. Just because I'm using warm colors from the foundation, I like to use that. And then I set my cream blush with powder blush. I'm using my favorite NARS Seduction blush. And then I lightly set my whole face with a By Terry Hydra powder. Even though I just use mineral powders, I find that I always need a finishing powder. Next, I'm using Laura Mercier highlight in number 1. This is my favorite highlight. It doesn't accentuate skin texture. It doesn't make my pores look big, and it just gives you that natural ethereal glow, which I love. And yeah, so I apply it there on my chin, just to give my skin, like if I've powdered my skin, I like to give it that glow, so that it looks skin-like. And then using my concealer to just lighten up the edges of my lip, and then I'm again using the Clio Matte lipsticks, first in number 5 Russet Rose, all over my lip. It's very pigmented, it's creamy, but it gives you that soft matte finish, which I love. And then using my fingers to really dab it in, and then using number 4 Bloody Wine, I'm just going to be applying it using my fingertips on the center of my lip to just create that gradient look, which I love. And again, my concealer, just patting it around the edges of my lip to just lighten that hard edge line that I have. Oh gosh. And then finally the Lip Gel Magic by Causate. And then using the Christopher Buckle Power Lock Makeup Setting Spray, set my entire face. Now sometimes the spray acts up and just leaves those large droplets on my face, so I use a stippling brush to just remove those marks on my face and make sure that everything is blended and seamless, as you can see. And lastly, I will blot my lips with a tissue paper just to remove the excess oil from the Lip Magic Gel. And actually this step helps make the lips look even more velvety, powdery, matte, which I love. See? Nothing. Anyway, that is it. I'm loving the makeup. As I'm looking closely at the screen, everything looks seamless, blended. It looks natural. The Blur Pang worked well with the powder foundation and the mineral powder foundation and the setting spray. I think it looks really good. Now don't look at my stubbles. I haven't shaved. But yeah, I am loving it. It looks really good. So curious to see how this performs underneath other foundation formulas. But so far, I am loving the Blur Pang. So until next time, guys. Bye. I want to show you how it looks in different light, like without all the spotlights. Yeah. Go to my bathroom. It looks really good. I'll check in with you guys again later to see how the makeup is holding up. The makeup in daylight. I am in the mall. It's looking good.